Egor, what was the biggest difference? What adjustments did you guys make as a team that contributed to the way you guys were able to chip away at that lead?
Definitely defensive effort, and being more active on and off the ball. And I think for me personally, what I saw is that we start being more positive, and we, stop reacting on some of the things, and we were trying to do whatever we can control, whatever is under our ability to change, right? And that's, I think, the key.
You played in some just clutch minutes, especially in those closing out minutes for you. Just how did you see your game just grow, and how were you able to continue to find that rhythm?
Well, I think for me that's an amazing experience, right? To have a chance to play in those clutch minutes, as you said, right, against a team like Cleveland. I mean, they played super hard. We were trying to match their physicality, and we did a good job. At the end of the game, coming back from whatever we were down, and giving ourselves a chance to win. I think that's really important for me.
Egor, loss aside, what do you ultimately learn from a game like this?
How to get back. I think that's something that we see in NBA all the time, right? And it's a little bit different from college, I think, right? So, for me, it was important to really understand how to approach these type of situations, because this is something new for me, obviously, on this level. I've been in a lot of clutch situations before, but again, that's just different, right? And for me, it was, opportunity to learn and opportunity to understand better my teammates, build even better relationships by helping them, and helping myself by surrounding myself with my teammates and really being open for whatever coaching staff and my team is trying to tell me.
Got loud in there down the stretch of that game. You're playing against one of the best teams in the league. Did you feel nerves in that moment, or did it feel like all the other games that you've played in?
I would say I didn't really feel nervous at this point. I mean, nerves not really helping you at this point, right? And it's kind of, especially when we got to this little run at the end, because we do things and it's successful, you kind of start feeling it better, right? You just start feeling the game, feeling the rhythm of the game, and the fans are cheering, and it's more of a courage. Is it the word? A courage. Courage. Anyway, anyway, you just you, anyway, anyway, yeah. So because of the team effort that we did towards the successful possessions, defensive and offensive possessions, I start feeling better.
When you hit that three to cut it to one, and the crowd went nuts there. That was first clutch shot of your career. Just what was that moment like?
It was great. It was great. I think that kind of threw me back to the BYU times, with the crowd we had there, with the student section, and it was really cool. Honestly, I felt great looking at the stands and seeing people really stand up and cheer for us. I think it was an amazing moment for me.
You said, essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but you guys were a little bit more aggressive and on the front foot rather than being on the back foot. I'm curious, was there anything that you guys actually changed about your defense, particularly late in that fourth quarter, or was it just executing what you were told to do better?
Yes, I think the second. I think it's about just the mindset, and really, how can we trust ourselves and trust our work, right? And trust our coaches who been putting this information into our heads every day throughout the summer. How can we execute it better? How can we be more aggressive? And obviously, the situation when you're losing 20 or whatever we've been losing, you can't really just sell back and let it go. Like for us, it was really important to switch the get that click that's going to get us into more aggressive flow, I would say.
How much experience do you have playing aggressive, pick and roll defense where there's two on the ball and you're rotating around it? I mean, is that something you've done a lot in your career, either as the guard, up top or the low man?
You talking about me being low man? That's what you're saying?
Either, but yeah, low man.
As a team, as a team, we played a lot of aggressive pick and roll last year with Coach Young. Obviously, he was bringing things out of NBA. So it's something that not really new for me, and a lot of things that we do right now, it's not new for me because of him. And I think that helped me a lot and keep helping me. Yeah.
And so, what do you think the team has to do better in those situations? Whether it's, deflections at the ball or behind it, where do you think you can improve there?
The chemistry, an understanding of where you're supposed to be and how to execute it better and be a little bit more. I mean, it's like a playmaking, right? When you in between the players and you play 4 against 3 because you're big and your guard is, they stayed on the edge on the one on the ball handler. And I think that's same as like making play, right? You just gotta read and react and communicate with your teammates, help to each other, not just being on one-man land.
You mentioned how the crowd.
Shooting improvement from summer league and shooting at a very high level, and some people seem surprised, based on what the numbers were at BYU. Are there any changes? Are you doing anything differently, or you feel this is just the caliber of shooter you've always been and they're starting to fall?
I mean, I've never questioned my shot, and I've been talking about this the whole year back in college. I've been shooting, and I will be shooting. So that's not something that I'm really doubting in myself. Not being arrogant, just because I know, I'm working it a lot, and as long as I'm confident in it, I'm gonna let it fly, and you know, hopefully that's what the team need. If the team don't need it, obviously I'm not gonna do that. And today, I think my teammates got me in the really great spots for those shots because all of them were catch and shoot.
And then through 2 games, no 2-point field goal attempts yet. Is there been a conversation, or you feel like that's something where you're going to have to press the issue more, or do you think that you'll just get to those spots, kind of like when it happens?
That's definitely something I gotta improve in my game. Getting to this new level, new physicality. I think this is where my playmaking can be on a different level when I get to the paint more, especially with the shooters as we have, right? Zaire, CT, Mike, Noah, whoever it is, right? We have a lot of shooters. And, for me, getting to the paint is an opportunity to make their lives easier and create something good for them. So that's something I'm really having in focus, and I'm really planning to work on it even more and trying to adjust myself so I can be able to do that more.
For you, that'll come with. I was going to ask whether that comes with size and strength, or does it come with a tighter handle? Does it come with more physicality? What comes with that?
I think everything. Overall, being able to, I think mentality is a big part of it too. How aggressive I am mentally. For now, I wish I was more aggressive, putting pressure on the rim. And I think this is what I'm missing in my game right now, in those last 2 games. And because, this is where it's going to open so much more opportunities for all of us, for me personally and for my teammates. So I think that's something I got to overall get together, physicality-wise, technical-wise, and mentally.